Imagine this. You're a parent, doing your best to raise your children with love, guidance, and structure, but over time you start noticing something troubling. They don't seem to respect you. They ignore your rules, talk back when you try to discipline them, and sometimes they even act like your opinions don't matter. You brush it off at first, thinking it's just a phase. But as the days pass, you start to feel more and more drained, stressed, and anxious. What you might not realize is that the lack of respect from your children isn't just a behavioral problem. It's a health risk. Yes, that's right. The tension, the arguments, the constant power struggles can have a severe impact on your physical and mental well-being. You might start feeling more fatigued, anxious, or even unwell, without fully understanding why. The truth is, the stress of dealing with disrespectful behavior can affect your health in ways you might never have imagined. So, what exactly is going on behind the scenes? How could your children's lack of respect be damaging your health? Stick around, because today we're diving into 5 shocking ways this issue could impact your health and what you can do about it. Parenting is one of the most rewarding experiences in life, but when your children don't respect you, it can take a serious toll. The emotional and physical strain of constant disrespect can silently creep into your life, affecting not just your well-being, but your ability to be the best parent possible. In this video, we'll explore the hidden ways that disrespect from your children could be harming your health, and what you can do to turn things around. As a parent, you always try to do your best for your children. You offer advice, set boundaries, and do everything in your power to ensure they grow up happy and healthy. But when they start to disrespect you, it can feel like a punch to the gut. The emotional toll of being disrespected by your children isn't just painful, it can also affect your health in ways you might not expect. Let's explore the first shocking way your children's lack of respect could impact your health. 1. Chronic stress and anxiety. One of the most immediate effects of disrespect is the constant stress it causes. Every time your child disregards your authority, talks back, or refuses to listen, your stress levels rise. Over time, this kind of stress can become chronic, leading to persistent feelings of anxiety. When your stress levels remain high, your body releases a constant stream of cortisol, the hormone associated with stress. Chronic cortisol levels can wreak havoc on your health, contributing to problems like insomnia, headaches, digestive issues, and even high blood pressure. It's easy to think that stress is just a normal part of parenting, but when it becomes chronic, it can significantly impact your physical and mental health. The weight of constantly trying to navigate the emotional roller coaster of parenting can lead to burnout and overwhelm, leaving you feeling physically drained and mentally exhausted. 2. Weakened immune system. Have you noticed that you tend to get sick more often when you're under stress? There's a reason for that. Chronic stress from dealing with disrespectful behavior can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. When your body is in a constant state of fight or flight, your immune system becomes less effective at fighting off infections. This means that the simple cold or flu could hit you harder than it would if you were in a more relaxed state. What's worse, the physical toll of feeling sick while juggling parenting duties can leave you feeling completely drained and unwell for longer periods of time. Parents who struggle with their children's disrespect may also experience delayed recovery times. Even once you've gotten sick, it takes longer to heal because your body doesn't have the resources it needs to recover. All of this results in more missed work days, a longer healing process, and a general feeling of exhaustion that never seems to go away. 3. Increased risk of heart disease. It's no secret that stress is a major risk factor for heart disease. But what many people don't realize is just how much stress can affect your cardiovascular health. The constant emotional strain of dealing with disrespectful children can lead to an increase in heart rate and blood pressure. This can have a long-term impact on your heart health, especially if you're constantly under pressure. Research has shown that individuals who experience chronic stress are more likely to develop heart disease over time. The constant release of stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol can damage the arteries, making them more prone to plaque buildup and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Parents dealing with disrespectful children may not even realize how much their cardiovascular health is being affected. The constant pressure to keep things under control at home, while also trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, can leave you feeling drained and potentially at risk for more severe health issues down the line. 4. Strained relationships and social isolation. Being disrespected by your children can also lead to strain in your relationship with your spouse or partner. If you're constantly battling with your kids, it can create tension between you and your partner, leading to feelings of frustration and even resentment. Over time, this emotional distance can strain the foundation of your relationship. As your relationship weakens, you may find yourself withdrawing from friends and family as well. It can feel like you don't have the emotional energy to maintain social connections, and you might even start to isolate yourself from others. This lack of social support can have detrimental effects on your mental health, making you feel even more isolated and alone. The strain on your relationships can also lead to a feeling of hopelessness. If you feel like you're stuck in a constant battle with your children and no one seems to understand, it can feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Without strong relationships to lean on, you're more likely to experience increased levels of depression and anxiety. 5. Mental exhaustion and burnout. Parenting is already a full-time job, and when your children don't respect you, it can feel like you're constantly on edge. The mental exhaustion that comes with dealing with constant disrespect can lead to burnout, where you feel completely drained, both physically and emotionally. Burnout can affect every aspect of your life. You may find it hard to concentrate at work or feel completely disengaged from activities that once brought you joy. The constant stress of trying to manage your children's behavior can make you feel mentally foggy, leaving you unable to function at your full potential. Over time, this mental exhaustion can build up and make it difficult to enjoy the simple pleasures of life. You might start feeling like you're just going through the motions, without any energy or motivation to make positive changes in your life. This is a dangerous place to be, and it's important to recognize the signs of burnout before it takes a permanent toll on your health. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds pretty serious, but what can I do about it? It's true. Dealing with disrespect from your children is no small challenge. However, acknowledging the impact it's having on your health is the first step toward making things better. You don't have to feel powerless. There are steps you can take to regain control and create a healthier environment for both you and your children. In fact, many parents have found ways to turn their family dynamics around, strengthening their relationships and improving their overall well-being. Let's dive into how you can start making changes that will benefit not only your children, but also your health. So, now that we've covered the serious health impacts of dealing with disrespect from your children, let's talk about solutions. You don't have to feel stuck in this cycle, and there are steps you can take to improve the situation. Not just for your children, but also for your own health. 1. Set clear boundaries. One of the most effective ways to deal with disrespect is by setting clear, non-negotiable boundaries. Children thrive in environments where they understand what is expected of them. When boundaries are unclear or inconsistent, children may start testing limits and disrespect becomes more common. Start by having a conversation with your children about the behavior you expect from them. Be specific and firm, but remain calm. Instead of saying, "Don't talk back," say, "When I'm speaking, I expect you to listen and respond respectfully." By setting clear expectations, you're not only helping your children understand their boundaries, but also reducing the emotional stress on yourself. The more predictable your responses to their behavior are, the less emotional energy you'll have to expend dealing with it. 2. It was taking care of yourself. It might sound obvious, but when you're constantly stressed and overwhelmed, self-care often takes a back seat. However, taking care of your physical and mental health is crucial for handling the challenges of parenting. When you feel your best, you're better equipped to manage difficult situations. Make time for activities that replenish your energy, whether that's exercising, meditating, reading, or simply taking a walk alone. Regular physical activity in particular helps reduce stress and improve your mood, while also boosting your immune system. Engaging in something you enjoy also provides a break from the constant emotional load of dealing with disrespect, allowing you to recharge and approach challenges with a clearer mind. Remember, your well-being matters too. Prioritizing your health will give you the strength you need to be a more patient and resilient parent, and it can directly improve your ability to handle disrespectful behavior from your children. 3. Open the lines of communication. One of the reasons children may become disrespectful is because they don't feel heard or understood. It's easy to assume that children are just misbehaving for no reason, but often disrespect is a sign of deeper issues such as unmet emotional needs, frustration. Take the time to actively listen to your children. Ask them about their day, what's bothering them, or why they acted a certain way. Make sure they know you're genuinely interested in their thoughts and feelings. When they feel heard, they're more likely to respect you in return. This approach not only fosters better communication, but also helps reduce the emotional stress that comes with constant conflict. If your child is particularly resistant to open communication, you might want to consider family counseling or therapy. This can provide a neutral space for everyone to express their feelings, while also equipping you with tools to better navigate the challenges of raising children. 4. Lead by example. Children often model their behavior after what they see in their parents. If you want your children to respect you, it's important to show them respect first. Demonstrating kindness, empathy, and patience in your daily interactions will teach your children how to act in return. Lead by example, especially in moments of tension. If you remain calm, respectful, and composed when your child is acting out, you show them how to handle situations with maturity and grace. While it's not always easy, maintaining self-control during moments of conflict will set a positive example and encourage your children to mirror that behavior. Additionally, show them the importance of mutual respect by respecting their opinions and feelings, even if you don't always agree with them. Acknowledge their thoughts and offer constructive feedback rather than dismissing their perspective. This approach fosters an atmosphere of cooperation rather than conflict. 5. Practice patience and consistency. Parenting is not an overnight fix. Turning around disrespectful behavior takes time and consistent effort. It's important to remain patient with your children as they learn to respect your authority. Keep in mind that change doesn't happen immediately, but with consistent effort, progress will follow. Consistency is key. Children need to know that the boundaries you set will always be enforced and that your reactions to disrespectful behavior are consistent. If you occasionally let disrespect slide, you send mixed messages, which can lead to more confusion and frustration for both you and your child. This doesn't mean you have to be overly strict, but you do need to be clear and unwavering in your expectations. The more consistent you are, the more your children will understand the importance of respect in the household, which can significantly reduce the stress and anxiety you feel. 6. Reconnect with your partner. If your partner is also involved in parenting, it's important to make sure that both of you are on the same page when it comes to managing disrespectful behavior. Having a united front not only strengthens your approach to discipline, but also ensures that both of you are supporting each other emotionally during this challenging time. Take time to reconnect with your partner, whether it's through date nights, deep conversations, or simply taking a moment to express your feelings. A strong partnership will help you both navigate the ups and downs of parenting, making it easier to handle the emotional strain that comes with disrespect. By implementing these strategies, you're not just setting up your children for better behavior, you're actively protecting your own health. As you begin to regain control, reduce stress, and improve communication, you'll notice a dramatic shift in your emotional well-being. You'll feel less overwhelmed, less anxious, and more in control of the situation. And most importantly, the bond between you and your children will grow stronger. When respect is established, both you and your children thrive, creating a healthier, happier household. Remember, you have the power to reshape the dynamics in your home, and by doing so, you're taking the first steps towards a healthier you. Now that we've explored how disrespect can impact your health, let's look at something even more shocking. What if I told you that your children's behavior could affect your brain chemistry in ways you never expected? Or that the stress from constant power struggles could contribute to long-term memory issues or even accelerate aging? These are the kinds of unexpected consequences that many parents overlook when it comes to the emotional toll of raising children who don't respect them. But don't just take my word for it. Studies have shown that stress caused by family conflict can alter the way your brain functions, impacting everything from your emotional responses to your cognitive abilities. That means that those everyday disagreements might be doing more than just wearing you down. They could actually be changing the way your brain works. And here's the kicker: some parents don't realize the damage until it's too late. But by understanding the science behind it, you can take proactive steps to protect your mind and body from the effects of chronic stress. So, how can you start reversing this damage? And what surprising changes can you make today that will immediately improve your mental and physical health? Stick around as we dive into the answers and uncover some strategies that could not only help you regain respect in your home, but also restore your well-being in the process. Now, here's where things get truly surprising. You might think that your children's behavior is solely responsible for the stress and health impacts you're experiencing. But what if I told you that in some cases, it's not just about what they're doing, but how you are responding that's making things worse? It turns out that many parents unknowingly contribute to the cycle of disrespect by failing to set boundaries early enough, or by letting negative patterns persist for too long. In fact, the more stress and tension you experience, the more it can cause you to react impulsively, reinforcing the negative behaviors you're trying to stop. It's a catch-22. You get stressed out, and your stress makes it harder for you to respond calmly, which in turn escalates the situation and increases your health risks. Breaking free from this cycle might mean challenging some of your own habits and responses. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. Many parents face similar challenges, and with the right strategies, you can finally start breaking the cycle and reclaim your well-being. So, what does it take to break free from the cycle of disrespect and its impact on your health? The answer lies in a combination of self-awareness, patience, and consistent action. Rebuilding respect in your home is not an overnight fix, but it is absolutely achievable. The changes you make today will pay off in ways you never imagined, both in your relationship with your children and in your own physical and emotional well-being. 1. Start with yourself. The first and most important step is recognizing that your well-being matters. You can't pour from an empty cup. And if you're constantly running on empty due to stress, frustration, or exhaustion, it's going to be hard to be the parent you want to be. Prioritize your own health and wellness first. This means making time for things that recharge you, whether that's exercise, relaxation, or pursuing a hobby that makes you feel alive. Taking care of yourself also means addressing the stress you're under. Try mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or meditation, to help you manage moments of tension more effectively. By strengthening your mental health, you'll be better equipped to handle the ups and downs of parenting without letting it negatively affect your physical health. 2. Consistent communication. Once you're in a better place emotionally, it's time to address the issues in your relationship with your children. Start by opening the lines of communication. Share your feelings honestly, but always with respect. Let your children know how their behavior is affecting you, without resorting to blame or anger. And just as importantly, listen to their perspective. What's causing their disrespect? Are there underlying emotions or challenges they're dealing with? When your children see that you are willing to have calm, respectful conversations, they'll be more likely to mirror that behavior. This kind of communication lays the foundation for mutual respect and understanding, something that can transform the entire dynamic in your home. 3. Reinforce positive behavior. As you continue to work on your relationship, it's important to reinforce positive behavior when you see it. When your child listens without argument, or when they show respect, acknowledge it. Positive reinforcement goes a long way in encouraging good behavior. This doesn't mean you should let every little thing slide, but celebrating progress, no matter how small, will help foster a sense of achievement and respect in your child. Over time, the positive changes you make will have a ripple effect. Not only will your health improve, but the overall atmosphere in your home will shift as well. You'll feel more connected, more respected, and most importantly, more at peace. The emotional strain of dealing with constant disrespect will no longer take its toll on your health, and instead you'll be able to focus on enjoying the moments with your children that truly matter. 4. Seek support when needed. Finally, remember that it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Parenting isn't something you have to do alone, and if you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure of how to navigate the challenges, seeking professional guidance can make all the difference. Whether it's family counseling, a parenting class, or simply talking to a trusted friend, getting support will give you the tools you need to better manage the situation and protect your health. By taking these steps, you can change the course of your relationship with your children and protect your health in the process. It won't be easy, and there will be setbacks along the way. But remember, you are the authority in your home, and with consistency, communication, and self-care, you can break the cycle of disrespect and create a healthier, happier environment for yourself and your children. Now that you understand the impact that disrespect from your children can have on your health, it's time to take action. Start implementing the strategies we discussed today and begin the journey toward a healthier, more respectful relationship with your children. It won't be easy, but with consistency and the right mindset, you'll see positive changes in both your home and your well-being. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more parenting tips and strategies. We want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share your experiences with parenting challenges. How do you manage disrespect in your home? What strategies have worked for you? Let's continue this conversation and support each other in creating healthier, happier families. Remember, your health matters, and you have the power to make a change today.